beautiful. Hey guys, welcome back. So got Friday favorites and Fooeys for you today, and I was really into this kind of like pink and brown combo where it's kind of a little bit sparkly pink, but then with some kind of taupey, pinky browns. I was really liking that sort of an eye look. Kind of a more brown lip, not really much bronzer. I've been kind of liking a more just blushy cheek. And yeah, got some good favorites to share with you guys today. I have a fun new palette that I'm excited about and just some good things. So if you're new here, my name is Leslie. Welcome. I love to do favorites videos, new at the drugstore, get ready with me, some fashion content, just a lot of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while. I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, we're chatting about favorites, so let's get to it. Okay, so first off for eyes, I got the new Tarte Tartlet Full Bloom palette. This is a big palette. Let me get the Tartlet Juicy palette kind of as a comparison. So here is kind of a little comparison for you. So this is a big palette. And then I will show you in comparison to this big palette. What was this one called? I think this might still be some places that you can still get this. The larger Juicy palette. Like, I'll just stack them all so you can see them. So there's this one, and there is the, like a regular Tartlet palette size. So anyway, all that to say, it's a big old palette. And I really, really like the color story in this palette because it kind of reminds me of a combo of the In Bloom and then also the Juicy, which are, well, I was about to say those are my two favorites, but I do also really love the Toasted palette. But anyway, I like that this is kind of like a combo of two of my favorites. I've really been liking Tarte Shadows for a while now. I mean, I would say pretty much all of this year they've been one of my go-tos as far as eyeshadows, and I just think this is such a pretty palette. Tons of neutrals. There's some really great kind of sparkly shadows that are just so rich and intense and beautiful. There's great matte shades in here. So some standouts would be this one and this one. And then I have this kind of over my lid. That's the main thing I have on my lids. And then I have a little bit of, which one did I do? I think I did this one. More on the inner part of my lid, but then I do have something over it. That's another favorite that I will mention to you in a second. Look how pretty that is. Like this shade right here is what I was really kind of, I don't know, zoning in on because it's this really pretty pink that's almost like a coppery kind of a shade. Like it's right in between a pink and a copper. So it looks so pretty with neutral browns and just catches the light. And if you have blue eyes, I mean, it really just has that contrast. It is so beautiful. I find that these are really blendable, easy to work with. Let me just grab some more to show you. This one is Plush. That's beautiful. This one is Eye-Catching. And yeah, that's eye-catching. That one's kind of like a taupey silvery brown. Ooh, it's so good. This one is Creative. This one is kind of a maroon burgundy, but then it has some sparkle to it. And I have mascara on my hand. How nice. Anyway, I'm loving this palette. I really think this is pretty. I mean, other than it's a big palette, that's kind of, I would say, something to note about it is it's a big old palette. So, I mean, it takes up a lot of space. It's a little bit heavy, but not like too bad. But, I mean, it's really nice quality. Let me show you a quick little look. I'm like, where can I put things? Where can I put all the things? So let me show you compared to, so this is the Juicy palette. So you can see this one's definitely more kind of pinky, especially the kind of more metallics lean more kind of pinky. Whereas this one has that, but then also kind of taupey and also some golden. So you've got a good combo there. Let me show you the In Bloom palette. And then the In Bloom, I would say, is very kind of overall pretty neutral to cool toned, I would say, on this one, because you've got kind of a silvery taupe, but this one's kind of warm toned. I guess you have a combination in here because these are pretty warm. Scratch that. It's really just kind of a neutral palette. So you see what I'm saying is that this is kind of a combination of those, where you have those neutrals, you have kind of some cool tones in here. You also have the pinky colors, so that's what I love about it. It is a big palette, for sure. But I love that it has kind of all the sort of neutral shades that I reach for a lot. I reach for these kind of pinky neutrals, or I reach for really warm toned, like the Toasted palette the most. Like those are the shadows that I wear the most. And then I've also been reaching for one of the Reflex Glitters from MAC. This is Reflex Transparent Pink. So I do have this on my lids, kind of the inner half of my lids. This is so beautiful. And it's very iridescent. That is what I love about these Reflex Pearls from MAC. I mean, just look at it in the lid. Gosh. And in the container, I don't want to spill it everywhere, but it's beautiful. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it kind of flashes from pink to a little bit green, like icy white. Oh my gosh, it's so duochrome and beautiful. Gosh. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. I don't even think I can show you in a good swatch kind of on my hand. I really feel like on my finger is the best way to see it because it's so beautiful. It has pink and a flash of green. Yeah, like on my hand, I guess you can still kind of see it. Yeah, you can. But see how it's there and then it disappears and it flashes between pink and green. It's amazing. I love these Reflex Glitters from MAC. They are so, so finely milled and tiny. They are micro shimmer. So definitely not chunky glitter if you kind of want to play with a look of shimmer, but you don't want chunky, intense glitter. I think these are beautiful. They are just light-catching shimmer and just stunning. Oh my gosh. So I use them with just a little bit of setting spray, or I'll use like a glitter glue or something like that just to kind of help adhere them to the lid. But I find them really easy to work with. I mean, other than I'm kind of like delicate that it's a loose pigment glitter situation. That's really the only thing that makes them a little bit more challenging to work with, is just have to be careful with them. But they look so pretty and light catching on the eyes. I just love them. So for cheeks, I've really been liking the look of either kind of more light bronzer or no bronzer at all, and just more blushy cheeks and maybe a little bit of extra blush. I've just been really enjoying that look. So Persona Super Blush in Caramel, I've been reaching for a lot. I love this. It is such a beautiful neutral maroon pink, and the formula is just incredible. It's just such a buttery, silky sort of formula that is richly pigmented but not patchy. It's really, really easy to blend. I think it looks flattering on the cheeks. So beautiful. I think this works really well for this time of year, but it's also beautiful for spring and summer. So a really versatile color too, just that kind of richly pigmented but neutral kind of mauvey pink. I just love it. Yeah. So good. My highlighter that I have on that I've been loving is actually an eyeshadow from IBY. I really, really like their highlighters. I like their blushes, and their shadows are really pretty too, but I especially love them on the cheeks. Like this one works beautifully on the cheeks. This is the Lush eyeshadow in Flower Child. I got this, I think, as like an Ipsy add-on or something like that. I don't think it was in my regular bag. Anyway, I got it through Ipsy somehow, and I just love this. It is a really nice formula to it. Works so well as a highlighter. This is like a really pretty golden shade. Not super yellowy gold, but still a gold. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. If I have sparkle on my hand, it's from the matte glitter. It's not from this. This is a true metallic sort of a finish to it. But see, such a pretty gold. It really looks so nice up on the cheekbones. I mean, just catches the light, and I think is flattering on the cheekbones. Because sometimes you get into, if you use a shadow as a cheek highlight, It may not always be the ideal texture for a cheek highlight, but I mean, I still do it all the time. But this one is really a formula that works well on the cheeks too. So, so pretty. I love it. Last up for lips, this pretty neutral combo. So this is more of a rich brown nude on me, and I just love it. So the liner is Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in All Natural. Really good. Very neutral, just kind of like a brown tan sort of a liner. And then the lipstick is Maybelline Crazy for Coffee. Oh my gosh, love this color. Don't even have to talk about the formula. Y'all know my love for Maybelline lipsticks. Just, I feel like they're so flattering on the lips and such a great price point, and here I'm talking about it. Said I wasn't going to talk about it, and there I go talking about it. This is kind of a, like a rusty, kind of warm brownie shade. So pretty. But I think because of the tone of it, it looks so nice with these kind of pinky brown eye looks. I feel like it just kind of all ties together and works well together. Love, love, love it. So this one is more of a cream finish, less of a matte finish. But it kind of sets down as you wear it to more of a satin finish. But if you want it to set down more quickly to be more satin or matte, just blot it. And it's still really pretty that way too. So good. Okay guys, so those are all my favorites. So hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you've been loving or maybe not so much loving. Let me know what you've been up to recently. I would love to hear that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.